Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. And videos today from Tip Network. Reason why Kevin Samuels was hated by modern women, and Corey Holcomb agrees. Please like and subscribe them below. Really appreciate that. Let's get that showtime. Shout outs to the late great Godfather. May he rest in power.
Man, when Kevin Samuels be talking, he told that one girl, that girl said, well, what I got to do to get a high value man? He said, be reincarnated.
Why should a man have to settle for a woman with 2 kids? That's not settling. That's getting what you can afford to buy on the sexual marketplace.
Okay, so if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated.
Even
He
though
ain't
some
wrong.
of y'all don't matter what
It
age
wasn't
you was
wrong.
at, ain't nobody of any substance.
All you got out here waiting for you is hard bubble gum. You are a whole naive young piece of tail. You will be getting carousel rides for a while.
Oh, I disagree with the fact that you think that women, because they don't make enough money, they can't get certain men and stuff like that. Yeah, I do disagree with that.
When did I ever say that? No, you're actually 100% wrong. Men don't care about your money. It's that many of you women are unfit for the men you're looking for.
And I want to. Who wants to look old or stressed out?
This is a damn shame. This is why women think they should be a 50-year-old.
No one says
Childish 50-year-old. I'm sitting here looking at this. This is what black men have to pick from.
Why didn't you marry him?
He went to jail.
Oh, so you pick and felons. I'm not gonna let you get on here and talk about what black men are not when you picking dudes and are felons. See, I'm not gonna sit around and let you black women just sit around and talk about hey, black men ain't here and they ain't this, they ain't that. When in your own life you pick. Damn! Yeah, take a nice strong drink, sip it all. Cause you talking about black men to share my reflection, and I'm tired of sisters like you running our reputation in the ground because you pick poorly.
A black man.
No, no, you had 20 million to pick from, but you picked a felon once to have 2 babies by and then Ike Turner. All these black people in Atlanta, why are you picking these scrubs?
I have a master's in public administration, and I have a law degree.
How tall are you?
5'9".
Dress size?
16.
You didn't choose to be single.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
How much do you weigh?
Who, me? I weigh 200.
Okay, so, all right, let me let you get your big ass up off my show because I don't do this.
He used to kill her ass when he do this.
I think what I have for women is more.
You think what you have for women is more helpful or what I have for them?
But I just told you.
And you honestly believe that? Again, ladies, these women are your enemy. These women are your enemy. Do you understand why?
That's the reason why I'm calling and asking said
Well,
question.
ma'am, you got married at 18 years old to a man who was 53. How old was he when you got married? 43? No.
Yeah. He was shit. How old was the?
No, you said 35 years difference.
Yes.
So if you're 30, he should be 65.
I'm 31, so he's 66 this year.
Right. Okay. So for everybody at home, she was 18, married to a 53-year-old. And he took care of you just fine.
He did.
Up until he got sick.
Correct.
And then when he was fighting for his life, you became a snowflake.
Was fighting for his life. I became a warrior. There was
Whoa. Okay, I'll give you that one. But I'm gonna need you to understand what you just said. He was fighting for his life. What war were you in? For your life?
No, for my husband's health.
Ma'am, you just said you were in your husband, you divorced your husband because he became financially abusive, verbal. Don't overtalk.
Can I?
Don't over. No. The man was going. Okay, he was being injected with poison. He was going through quite a bit. So you know what? He's allowed to go through some things. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. You can't save her. You cannot save her. So what do you end up having?
That right there is probably one of the bigger ones for me. Don't save her. You can never save her. I think men really need to absorb that right there. That you can't save her. You can never save her. Why? Because they don't want to be saved. The more you want to save these women, the more you put them on a pedestal, the more you simp for them, the more they hate your guts.
You have men who are unhappy, women who are lonely. But ladies, understand something, that these men have far more opportunities than you do. Modern men have realized they cannot save modern women. Modern women must save themselves and learn how to get along with the men they say they want. Average woman, why should you not get?
I would be settling.
Why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing?
He don't got no money. So if he don't have no money,
you ain't fine enough for no money.
I'm not fine enough for money.
You don't get money. You get second shift at the plant.
Greetings, you polite savages.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger harlotans and modern women alike, feminists to boot. Now, the only thing that we can guarantee is for us to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. And the understanding that the truth is a bitter pill, but sometimes you just need to shut your face and take your medicine. So there's nothing else to say but to get on into it.
I think us men are very good at that. When someone tells us, yo, fat ass, you really need to get to the gym. You look like a fucking piece of shit. You smell like a piece of shit. You look like a piece of shit. Like, you're just a piece of shit. Most men would probably be like, fuck. All right, I'll fix it.
So are you ready? Let's go. Kevin Samuels was revered and hated by many people of the community simply because he sat there, looked you in the eye, and told you exactly the truth. He did this in a calm manner, but people felt it was demeaning because he would not sugarcoat the message. But for years and years, this message from the man towards the woman was sugarcoated. You see, we had to find a way to tiptoe around your feelings. We had to find a way to tell you something the way you wanted to digest it, because we were told to cabbage that you have to tell us a certain way for us to understand. Yep. But when we finally found out that there was absolutely no way that you were ever going to understand the message, we decided to start beating you over the head with it over and over and over again. And this right here is some of Kevin Samuels' most savage moments when trying to break that glass ceiling into your mentality, ladies, and actually get some sense into your head. Now, if you like it or not, doesn't mean that it's not the truth. Because, see, a lot of times the truth doesn't sound good to you. The truth is just the truth. Whether you like it, it stands alone.
A woman's test in life is material. A man's test in life is a woman.
Denominator in all of our relationships.
I don't know. I don't know. It's the patience.
You know what a common denominator is?
Yeah, it's the bottom line. Yes, I know.
No, that's not what a common denominator is.
What
the
is
same
it?
thing.
I mean, the denominator technically is the bottom line, I guess.
What is it?
Of
the only common denominator in all of our relationships is talking about you. So if I talk to all your exes and ask them how did they experience you, what do you think they'd say?
They're going to give good stuff out. They're going to say I have a little attitude and my mouth is slick, but that's about it. But, they're going to say I'm independent.
Who gives a shit about, no disrespect, man. Who gives a shit that you're a functioning adult? Okay, nobody cares that you've been holding it down. That means you're taking care of yourself. But they're going to say you got an attitude and a slick mouth, and that's it? What makes women like you think that that's acceptable?
I speak my mind. If nothing don't feel right, then
that's why you're alone. That's why you're alone. Won't try to start shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. Start arguing with the facts. Start changing the facts, moving the goalpost. I said it before and I say it again. You want to come in here? This is exactly what I have. This is exactly what you have. This is the problem. This is why this delusion is allowed to go on. Pandering to women. Everything I said to that woman could be backed up. It wasn't based in feelings. Out of your goddamn mind.
Something that's not brought up enough and discussed is that Kevin Samuels not only grew 1 million subscribers on YouTube, but also on Instagram. And his guests, these ladies volunteered. He didn't put an ad in the paper. These people weren't compensated. These people came up and volunteered to challenge this man in some ways or just listen for advice. There was obviously a need, and they obviously knew that they needed some point of view that was not theirs. You see, women keep women single. Women tell women exactly what they want to hear to make them feel better. A woman will tell a woman who is big that, hey, you look fine. He must accept you. If he can't accept you at your worst, he doesn't deserve you at his best. And they turn around and say, listen, girl, yes, we are together, and I don't need to work to keep this man. This man must make 6 figures, and if he ever misses a payment, then I can be out. But I can gain 50 pounds and look him dead smack in the eye and say, accept me as I am. Now, I'm not saying that you should ever put unknown conditions on relationships, but what I am saying is that a known, there is no excuse because things that you can solve. Women love to tell men that, hey, you're not tall enough. You're not this enough. You're not that enough. And a lot of these things that men cannot control. But a man will turn around and look a woman dead in the eye and say, ma'am, you've gained too much weight. And they'll break down on you and look at you like you're the worst person in the world. Make it make sense.
Don't tell me what not to do on my show. I've been polite to you. But it's not my fault that you 5'10" and weigh more than a man at your height.
I mean, but as a 5 foot, I can see
5'10" and listen, ma'am, 5'10", and I don't care how you carry it or not. You carry your butt to the gym 4 times a week. Why does this matter? Because high value men, they're out there working 10, 12, 14-hour days. These guys tend to work out. There's a correlation. These guys are early risers, hard workers. They tend to work out and be in some sort of shape. They got to be an athlete for life. You cannot be an out of shape woman and qualify to get a high value man. I'm sorry, ladies, this is just how it is.
Shout out to the Godfather. Yes, he's gone for going on 3 years, but we must admit that his presence is felt and he changed.
Wow. Is it really going on 3 years now? It's been a while.
Changed the way this YouTube game was played. Love it or hate it, the underdog went to the top.
Tear into women, harsh. What would we call ain't nothing going on but the rent? You got to have a JOB if you want to be with me.
When most men lack the exposure to certain opportunities that would yield them the benefits.
True. Like I don't want no scrubs,
such
right?
A standard.
I don't want. The thing is, and put a ring on it. Women have had the freedom to speak their minds directly, honestly, in film, in print, in media, for especially black women, unopposed for the better part of 50 years. Women say what they want to say about, I don't date a short man. You got little D energy. I mean, y'all got,
you can say it here, little D energy.
I mean, y'all got, you can say it here. The women are praised for saying it, but when I actually speak to women who volunteer to call into my show, to ask me my advice or my opinion, then all of a sudden I'm being harsh.
Yeah.
How do you rate women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
Why would I need to hit on another woman? You've got more than enough personalities to keep me completely occupied.
That was hurtful.
Thank you for watching the Tip Network.
Shout out to Tip Network and The Godfather. I actually discovered Tip Network and The Godfather around the same time, and Tip Network has been my mentor in YouTube for almost a year now, and he's helped me grow. I wanted to give shout outs to Grover and Scott. They're wonderful people. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time.